We have carved a whole bunch of different things on this 30 days of relief carving so far. And today, which is the 14th day, we are going to learn how to carve a snail shell. I always talk about how I use the bendy boy chisel to make these lines around the border and the subject, but really you could do the same thing with a small knife or even a bench chisel. It's just that I find this chisel the easiest to handle, and so I get more accurate cuts with it. This chisel with the curved corners is great for clearing out waste, and I just assumed that it was always like that because I bought it second hand. But the more I look at it, the more I wonder if it was just changed by the person before me, but either way, it's excellent for that kind of thing. Deep stop cuts were needed around the swirls to stop me from breaking off too much wood when making the curves. Whenever I can use my flat bench chisel for carving, I do. Simply because I know it's my sharpest chisel because it's the easiest one to sharpen. Obviously it has lots of limitations when it comes to carving. It's chunky and it's flat, which makes it unsuitable for a lot of different tasks. But in this case it was excellent because we're carving little hills or mounds along the swirls, using the centre of each section as the highest point. Bendy Boy came to the rescue once again for the outside edges. Now this clip I kept extra long because isn't it just satisfying to see these little slivers peel off? It's like peeling a carrot with a sharp knife, just less tasty. And believe me, I know it's less tasty because many pieces of wood have flown in my mouth. And they are not tasty. While we watch these little bits get carved away, I want to thank my supporters on Patreon for helping to keep these videos coming. As a patron you get ad-free early access to my videos, you get to see extra stuff behind the scenes, and you get to influence and brainstorm the content of future videos. You also get a huge big thanks from me, which is obviously worth more than that other stuff. This little end bit didn't turn out quite as I'd hoped. I wouldn't say I was disappointed with it exactly, but I just think my brain didn't quite understand the shape I was trying to create, and I think that's why having a sculpture or a 3D model or something as a reference is amazing when carving in relief, but more so particularly in the round. Drawing the lines on here was actually a little tricky, believe it or not. They didn't look great just simply going from one side to the other, but instead I had to draw them sort of originating from the centre. I don't really know how to describe it, but it took a few tries. Then I just went over the lines with a small, flat chisel. Finally it's toothbrush time to get rid of all those fluffy bits, and then boiled linseed oil time, which is one of the more satisfying parts, I guess. I hope you enjoyed that video of the snail carving, which I can't see now, but I can only assume is in the front of the camera. Next time we're going to try carving the eye, which is right there, which is actually one of the more challenging things to make when carving, so that'll be an interesting one. But before that video comes out, we have another very intricate sculpture video to come out quite soon. So look forward to that coming out soon, and it's actually very similar to this Ghibli sculpture that I made here. And this wall is actually going to have all the different sculptures up on it when as I complete them. So thanks for coming. See you next time.